Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lights Out with Ish and Eve. I'm Ish and this is Eve, and we are back to discuss the Chinese Grand Prix. It's literally just finished. We've had a slight change in filming schedule.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned that, because last time after China, Ferrari got double disqualified. So if that happens again, we're truly in the shit. And insert clip now of us discussing it if that does happen.
Yeah.
But Kimi Antonelli is a race winner. Kimi Antonelli is a Grand Prix race winner.
Oh, it was so sweet.
He was so cute. I feel so maternal towards him. I love him. I'm like, oh my God, he's so cute.
I know.
This is a child. This is my child.
And it felt so like the stars aligning with Kimi's first race win, also being Lewis's first Ferrari podium.
I know.
Like
I was thinking
Bono
that with
and
the podium.
Toto like being really involved in it all.
I know.
So sweet.
I was like, this is so like Mercedes-ness. This is so like there's a lot going on here.
Yes.
But it was really, really cute.
It was
obviously
very
that was a
sweet.
silver lining from my utter shock and disappointment to turn on the stream to learn that 2 minutes before the lights went out, the McLarens were in their garages.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Because what happened there? They both had a slightly different electrical issue.
Power unit related, I think. Obviously, this is another one of those things, and I'm sure more will come out about it in the coming days. But I was like, what do you mean neither of them are there? Because I think Lando never made it out.
I know. Lando never made it out, but then Oscar had to be pushed back into his garage after like doing his lap to the grid.
At least he made it through that, I guess.
At least he made it through that. He'll get there. He's slowly.
He's going to crash on the formation lap in Suzuka, guys. He's going to make it to the formation lap. And but I'm like,
Oscar.
Guys, what? And I was like, I just don't care. Like, bring me my drivers. I'm like, what do you mean? I've woken up. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I've woken up to my drivers being in the garage.
Yeah.
After last week, I woke up to my driver crashing on the outlap. Now he's in the garage.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, I just want to see him race. I literally said in the sprint too, I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see Oscar like out and about on the track.
Yeah.
At least, no. I mean, Kimi Antonelli winning the race is such a silver lining. I'm so happy for him. When he nearly bottled it.
I was like, Kimi, no.
Because
you know what? My lunch bet was on Kimi this week.
Oh, okay. That's
I know.
Well done. Was his
Thank you.
Did he do George?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Well done. Yeah, I love that for you.
But I was
when his engine went in qualifying, you would have been like, let's go.
I know. And then right at the end, when he nearly bottled it, I was not only just wanting Kimi to win, I was like, my lunch.
That would have been so sad if that happened. Because obviously it cut to him just off the track. And it was like unclear. It was unclear whether he'd had a problem, had an issue, whether he'd been hit. There was no one near him, but like spun or like there was no context. It was just him off the track. And I was like, but it was fine. But this does feed back into like, obviously he had a great weekend and he had an incredible drive, but like, the Mercedes is so fast that you can try and bottle it as much as you want and you're still finishing 1-2.
Okay. Yeah.
Like George in qualifying as well. Like, what do you
know.
mean your engine cut? It's the same as Kimi in qualifying last week. Yeah. What do you mean? You were stopped on the track 10 minutes ago and now you're P2 and 5/10 up on everyone else.
Yeah. Criminal. Actually so criminal.
I digress. I'm happy for Kimi. I'm not in the mood to have Mercedes be a rocket ship and McLaren stuck in the garage. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, there was all this talk last week of like McLaren being upset at Mercedes about basically not telling them or explaining to them properly how the engine works.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so apparently McLaren were like having qualms about that, like, and
Yeah,
kind of rightly so, because I'm like, if you buy some sort of equipment, it should come with an instruction manual. Like, obviously,
tell me how it works. Yeah,
they're not gonna like unpack every little. Here's how you get the absolute most out of it.
The Mercedes people are gonna understand it more in depth than the McLaren, but if they haven't been told, because that's true. Like, they were having a lot of issues with it in Australia as well.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's just because not all the information has been supplied, and maybe, you know, Mercedes have supplied all the information that they're, you know, required to as part of the FIA rules and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, McLaren were a bit up in arms about that last week, so
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. But shall we go back to Friday afternoon?
Yes.
FP1, the
that
one and
like
only practice session for the weekend. I know.
I woke up, I saw the result, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
I mean, to be fair, on the result, like, it was obviously Mercedes 1-2, but the McLarens were 3-4.
Yeah.
And then the Ferraris 5-6. I was like, okay, is this track maybe a little bit more suited to the McLarens? Are they going to be quick this weekend?
Yeah. That's why I would have really liked to see what they could do in the race. Odds are they would have finished where they started, but I would have liked to see it.
Yeah, agreed. But there was a bit of chaos. Lando and Lewis had a bit of contact.
That was a bit random.
Lewis spun, Colapinto spun.
Yeah.
So there was a few, you know, things going on.
Yeah, Arvid Lindblad had to bail out of the session like 15 minutes in, which, poor guy, obviously, but kind of hilarious after last week, because I remember saying we're sitting here last week saying he's on smoke. He's had a great first weekend. He's riding it. He's riding the wave. He's like riding high. He's loving life. He will be humbled. It will change.
And it did. He did not have such a good time.
No,
this weekend.
not really by any fault of his own, but like,
no.
I feel like he's been brought back down to earth, probably.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, so he was out of like the only practice session after 15 minutes, and I was like, cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Colapinto's car also like carked it like halfway down the pit lane, and all the McLaren like they were just looking at him like, did that good?
And then all the Alpine mechanics ran all the way down the pit lane to come get him, and then he got it going, and they went all the way back.
Yeah, all had to run back.
I saw the Alpines like running down the pit lane.
It's giving like, did your dad ever like he'd be like in the car and you'd be like going to get in the car and he'd like pull away a little bit and
yeah
you'd, like, chase the car. It's giving that.
literally yeah, Red Bull
not in a good spot.
Non-existent. Like, I have a note from practice saying Red Bull no pace.
Yeah.
Little did I know in practice how bad it was going to be.
Yeah. They really, really struggling.
At sea.
I don't know if
they're
it's
nowhere.
I don't know if it's the Ford engine. I don't know if it's the battery. Yeah. Like,
but also, like, they were bad pace-wise, but oh my God, both of Max's starts.
Yeah, really bad.
Going backwards. And I feel like they've clearly got reliability problems. Hadjar's engine went pop in Australia, and Max obviously had to retire the car today. Yeah. So they've clearly got issues, but it's not just reliability. They don't have pace.
No. Like, so brutal seeing Max already like starting in P7 or P8 or whatever, and then just like struggling to get the car going and just seeing like 10 cars all drive past him. Like,
literally.
So tough.
It's so rough. So don't know, because last week they looked like comfortably the third fastest car. Now they're like slower than Alpine. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, Max, before the race started, was like, he got asked, like, where are you expecting to be during the race? And he was like, honestly, if we can just get past the Alpines and the Haases, that'd be great. And I was like, if you had told 2023 me who was watching that season that those words would come out of Max's mouth
in 3 years' time,
I would have never ever believed you. Not for a second.
Crazy.
So then we got into sprint quali.
Mm-hmm.
And in SQ1, we had Perez, Bottas, Stroll, Alonso, Albon, and Sainz eliminated. So 3 teams, 6 drivers.
And I'm gonna say it. I don't think we've said it this year because it hasn't been a thing, but seems to be the usual suspects, unfortunately.
Yeah. Which is so heartbreaking for Williams, especially because all James Vowles talked about for the last couple of years is like, wait for 2026. Just wait till you see us in 2026.
I'm seeing it.
How have they gotten it this wrong? Or how's it gone this badly so far?
Literally made me cackle. I can't remember which session it was in, but one of the commentators were like talking about the Williams' lack of pace, and were like, yeah, we know they're overweight. And I was like, whoa. Just the way he said it was so like sassy and like judgy, and I was like, are you fat shaming the Williams? Can we just what's happening? Like, obviously the car is overweight, we know that, but like the way he said it was more about like the other type of like, as in like they're overweight, not like the car is overweight. Like, I don't know, just somehow the way he said it, I was like, whoa, okay. Anyways, I thought that was funny, but I agree. Like, it's so rough that Williams are back there, and I feel for both of the drivers.
I know.
Obviously, Carlos recovered to a point or 2 in the end.
Yeah, he got
2
P9
points
in the end, which was amazing. I mean,
and I feel like any
DNFs, so
3 DNFs, 4 DNSs.
Yes.
What?
So I know.
Guys,
so that obviously
come
helped.
on.
But
yeah,
I know. But yeah, they just have no pace. Period.
Literally.
Like,
and I feel like obviously the 7 DNFs helped, but any points for Williams are going to be so valuable this year. So to get on the board, it's great. Anyways, we've jumped around a bit, but.
Yes. So SQ1, Perez obviously didn't take part because he had like a fuel
leak or something. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the rest were just eliminated on pace. Lewis went fastest at one point by like half a second before the Mercedes engines came out. But before they did, I was like, whoa! So like immediately I was like, okay, Lewis is back to... I mean, obviously he won the sprint in China last year. So I was like, okay, he's, comfortable with this track.
Yeah, he likes it.
Might be good. But then the McLarens came out and they did their laps and it was 7/10 slower than George's lap time. And I was like, oh. Yeah.
Not good.
So they were not looking as good.
Not good. Like, that's the thing. Ferrari have got some sort of pace, right? Yeah. They don't have qualifying pace. No one can come near Mercedes in qualifying pace.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Mercedes also have race pace. So it's like, honestly, I felt for George when his engine went pop, but I was like, they're not indestructible.
No, I know.
They're not indestructible.
It's like, okay.
I was like, okay, they can have problems. Good to know.
Agreed.
Good to know, because it seems like you're kind of the best at everything at the moment. And you haven't had any reliability issues as yet, so...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you want it to be interesting. You want the season to not just have, a George Russell clean sweep every single time.
Yeah, 100%.
Or a Mercedes clean sweep every single time. But, yeah, so I very much was like, yes, feeling for George, but happy that happened.
Yeah, I agree.
But other than that, SQ1, I mean, Max was busy complaining about the car again, which, fair enough, because...
It's slow. But normally Max complains about the car, and I'm like, right, you're going to win the race. But, like...
Yeah.
Now I'm like, actually complaining
you
about
have
the
genuine
car.
problems. Yeah. Okay, so then SQ2, we had Franco Colapinto, Lindblad, Bortoletto, Lawson, Ocon, and Hulkenberg eliminated. Again, kind of the usual-ish suspects you would expect to see down there. Charles went fastest by a second.
I know, I have this note as well. Crazy.
And again, it was before the Mercedes set the times. But I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, that was wild. And even like McLaren were looking a bit faster in that session. I was like, okay. Because then I can't remember whether this was sprint qualifying or actual qualifying. One of them in Q3, McLaren, I think it was sprint qualifying. McLaren just turned up in SQ3 and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
But Ferrari going a second up, I was like, wow.
I know.
Because if they can improve, if they can close the gap in qualifying to Mercedes, they could be on.
Then we've got a season. Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine those starts from the front of the grid. Goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye. I know.
Yeah.
So far, they've been overtaking from down in 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Exactly. So like, imagine if they could get qualifying pace.
Yeah.
You'd be on.
You know what? Lewis has improved his... I mean, we've only had 2 races this year, but like, Lewis's qualities drastically improved already.
And this was a big question mark on Lewis for this year. It's like, maybe the car does suit him better, but he's been not great in quali the last couple of years, even his last couple of years at Mercedes.
Yeah.
That he's going to have to improve that if he's going to be challenging at the front of the field. And he has. Yeah. So, good for him.
Yes.
It's good for Ferrari. Honestly, like, it was really funny. After, I think it was after quali, and I just like, I don't know why, but I'm just so used to like Charles being ahead of Lewis in a qualifying. So when they rocked up to do the interviews, because I just know it was like Kimi on pole, 2 Mercedes, 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens. And then Lewis walked into the frame and I was like, oh. Oh.
You?
I was expecting Charles.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I know.
But SQ3.
Yes.
Great from Gasly. Gasly had a great weekend.
He had a
really
And
it's just
good
that
weekend.
meme again. That's like Gasly whenever he wants.
I know.
Oh, so he had a really good weekend. I was happy for him. But clearly Alpine have something in their package.
Yeah. Well,
they've
got their Mercedes engine, which is clearly working for them a lot better than it's working for Williams.
And McLaren.
And McLaren.
But it's clearly not just the engine. Like, it's clearly like we knew the Mercedes engine was going to be advantageous.
Yes.
It's not just the engine, very clearly.
No. It's all got to come together. The full package, the aero, the battery, everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. So no, they've done really well. Mm-hmm. Max in SQ3 was almost 2 seconds off the pace. Insane. What do you mean? Last year we had the closest qualies ever. It was
the record was broken like multiple times.
Yeah, it was like hundreds and thousands of seconds that separated drivers, not even tenths. Yeah. Like the fact that he was 2 seconds off.
Literally, God, give me
what
strength.
I can't
do that. That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
Yeah. But great lap from Lando to get into P3.
Great lap from
Lando.
Really,
really good lap from Lando. I was like, okay.
Yes.
He's remembered that he's world champion.
Yeah.
And he's turned up.
He's clocked in. Yes.
He's like, okay, I can drive this car.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, obviously McLaren is just a weird one this year so far. They've just been a bit missing because, they were missing completely from the race, but like, just in general, they're just, I don't really know. I mean, also partially because we haven't seen them, but like, they just feel like they're floating. Yes. They're just kind of there.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes they're up towards Ferrari and Mercedes. And sometimes they're just way down.
But they're never really like way down in the way that Red Bull were this weekend.
No.
They're just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
Yes.
Anyways.
Agreed. It's bizarre. So, the sprint.
Once again, Ferrari off the start.
Yeah.
It's like, because obviously we knew it from testing, We didn't know whether it was going to be a thing in Australia. It was. Obviously, we know that the Mercedes started with no battery. It was still unclear whether or not that would be fixed. So I wasn't sure whether it would happen again.
Yeah.
It's a thing, it's real, it's a big thing now. This is a thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Like
100%.
I was saying, I was like, there before the race started, sorry I'm jumping around all over the shop, but like before the race started, the real race, I was like, there is 0% chance Kimi Antonelli leads this into turn 1. There is no way in high hell he leads this going into turn 1. I wasn't like, he's going to like not win the race, but I was like, he does not lead this because that's the thing as well. Ferrari had an incredible start. Kimi again dropped down to 7th off the start, same as in Australia.
Start of the sprint.
Yeah.
Yes. I know, it was a terrible start for Kimi.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lewis got up to second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, yeah, Lewis got up to second, Charles got up. So again, we were back to like a Ferrari 1-3 by the end of the first lap.
Yeah. Yeah, and George was in another Ferrari sandwich. And I was like, he's been surrounded by a lot of red recently.
I know. But there was just chaos. I mean, Kimi bumped Hadjar like with a lock-up, took a bit of his front wing off.
Hadjar was not happy about that either. He was not happy. Did you see him? I didn't see this. Kimi went to like shake his hand after the race and he walked off.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he was making comments like, I don't know why he needs to do that. He has a rocket ship. What's he doing? Like,
ooh.
I was like, we know Hadjar's a bit spicy. We know he can be a bit spicy, so...
He can, that's true. Yes.
It's not
very passionate.
super...
Will speak his mind. Yes.
Yeah, but obviously it did... I'm surprised neither of them, or especially Hadjar, DNF from that.
Yeah,
Didn't DNF from that, like...
Yeah, because I think he did get,
that
like...
sentence
Well, he
was
had to come in
incorrect,
and get, like, a... He had to come in and, like, get a new front wing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I think...
I think that was my race. I don't know. But, like,
maybe.
Then the lead was swapping around. Kimi and Oscar were, like, fighting. That was quite cute.
Yes,
well, it wasn't cute. Cool. I was just enjoying seeing Oscar on the track.
On the track, I know. Lindblad had an early spin and then ended up, like, retiring around lap 12, which was unfortunate for him. But... there was just a lot of switchbacks, much like we saw in Australia.
And the 10-second penalty to Kimi kind of spiced things up, because if he didn't have that 10-second penalty, I think it would have just been a Mercedes 1-2, and he would have been off down the road after George. So that kind of made it a bit more fun. The Ferraris went wheel to wheel, which was a taste test for the race as well, because, oh my God, how are you feeling when Ferraris are going wheel to wheel?
So here's the thing, I'm stressed, but it's not like I know that they're both very good drivers.
Yeah,
Charles
that's true. And they're both very clean races.
Respectful drivers.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it was the same as when Charles and Carlos were teammates. Like I never was like, oh, they're totally gonna come together. Like I felt quite comfortable that they weren't.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's stressful.
I did think that too. I was like, they are both very clean racers. So
yeah,
if you had to put your money on people to keep it clean,
it would be a big mistake by one of them for them to come together.
Yeah,
not just like them getting too aggressive. Like that wouldn't happen.
I was kind of like, it would be fun though. Like, can we just
spice things up a little bit?
Because then McLaren, then Lando could come through. Then we can get points.
I know. Well, I think Charles ended up coming out ahead of Lewis in all of their kind of racing. Yes. And then we had a few retirements. Bottas retired, and then Nico stopped on the track, and there was a yellow flag, and they pulled a safety car. But Kimi got past Charles just before they called the safety car.
Yeah. It was like, as the safety car graphic came up, it was like he was going with like...
He just got...
Yeah, I know. Like,
I was like, no!
Yeah, because now it's safety car and now you can't overtake. But then obviously everyone dives into the pits. Lewis lost out big time in the pits with that double stack. And the commentary...
Crofty had no clue what was going on. They took
so long to figure out that he'd served his penalty. I was like, are you okay? Like,
I know.
Obviously he's just... Because they were like, well, he's had a really, really slow stop. I didn't think... They weren't that close together with the double stack. How has he lost so much?
He served a penalty. No, he served a penalty.
Because then he was like, and his penalty's going to be added on after. So I'm like, you've remembered he has a penalty.
Yeah, but they just haven't clocked. And
I was like, also, why would he not? I think part of it might have been
because the little exclamation point was still on the graphic, and they must have just been looking at that. But I'm like, surely you have put 2 and 2 together here. Surely.
Yeah, you've seen a 13-second pit stop or whatever, and you've not clocked that 10-second. There was a penalty there, but so that was kind of funny. I was like, come on, come on.
Yeah.
But I was like, because it was they were saying like, oh, he's gonna have his time added on at the end, and I was like, why would he not serve his penalty? They're under a safety car. There's like 2 laps to go. If he didn't serve his penalty, he's going to end up at the back because they're all going to be bunched up at the end. If he adds that time on at the end, see ya. Like, at least... Anyway, I was like, come on. I know.
Get it together.
But then Liam Lawson and Ollie Behrman stayed out and gained track position, but that decision did not really help them in the end. They ended up going backwards because everyone put on softs. So Lewis and Oscar lost out bad in the pit stops. They did. And that was unfortunate.
Yes. While the safety car was then still going on, Carlos nearly ran up the back of Ocon, which was like, ooh, like, that was a real dicey little moment.
Yeah.
And then on the restart, Charles just cooked it. It was real bad. I was like, oh, we could be on here. Like, he's the little Ferrari mini turbo. And I was like, it may or may not work because maybe it's just from, like, standing that it's, like, really good. Like, maybe once the car's already in motion, it's, like, not as effective. But I was like, we could be on for something here. But he just
George was like, goodbye.
Yeah, for real.
George left fast.
Yes.
He was gone. But then, like, Oscar got past Kimi illegally, as it turned out. Because I was like, oh, okay, overtaking a Mercedes, right? Let's go. Yeah. Lovely. And then Kimi's like, he overtook me before the line. And I was like, oh. Too good to be true.
Yeah.
Too good to be true.
But there was really good... Yeah, there was really good racing up and down the field. Like, after the safety car restart for the final few laps. Like, the sprint was great. It was a great race.
Yeah. The safety car really added a nice level of spice.
It did, because it added a pit stop in, which normally we don't get in a sprint, so it makes things interesting.
Yeah. At least sprint races look a bit more interesting in the new regs, because obviously last year they were just basically a flat-out DRS train until the line.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, for sure. But we had George Russell win, and I was like, oh no, is this what the rest of the season's going to look like?
Yeah, I think
however,
even though he didn't win the race.
And I was very happy about that.
Yeah, and it's the first time, I don't know if you've heard this, but it's the first time Ferrari have had 2 cars in the top 3 since Abu Dhabi 2024.
Really?
Yeah. Because obviously Lewis hasn't been on the podium, so obviously they haven't had both cars in the top 3. But yeah, like, and when I put that together, I was
true.
Like, oh, yeah,
I guess
sense.
Actually that totally makes sense.
Yeah, but I still was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, Carlos.
True.
Since Carlos.
Yes. Well then, Saturday evening we got into quali.
Yep.
And for the main race. And in Q1 we had very similar looking group of eliminated drivers.
Or the exact same.
The exact same. Slightly different order, but exactly the same. Perez, Stroll, Bottas, Alonso, Albon, and Sainz. Yeah. Not so
ideal.
good. No. But Audi and McLaren were actually looking very quick in Q1.
Hulkenberg was
Mercedes,
fine.
again, obviously just in their own league, but yeah.
If we ignore them, they're obviously at the top. If we just leave them be, we can have some fun.
Yes.
This is like 2023. If you take Red Bull out of the equation, then you can just look at what's happening behind. Yeah.
Yes. But they were looking really good, which was nice. Lindblad got kind of called in with a bit of an issue, but then managed to get back out again, so that was good.
Yeah.
And Charles then went fastest, and again, really was just inflating my hopes. My Ferrari hopes and dreams so far this season are really just on the up and up and up.
But like, you've had good reason to.
I have.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it Ferrari delusion anymore.
So true.
It's a little bit delusion, but there's foundings for it.
Yes.
It's not just pure hopes and dreams anymore. You've got some evidence.
Exactly.
You've got facts and figures.
Exactly. So I will take it. I'm very, very happy, and I want it to stay exactly the way it is, except maybe keep getting better so that you can actually catch Mercedes.
Improve quality pace and catch Mercedes.
Yes, exactly. I think that was mostly it though, like nothing crazy really happened in Q1. So then Q2, again, a very similar looking elimination group. Bortoletto, Lindblad, Lawson, Ocon, Colapinto and Hulkenberg were eliminated. Somehow in that session, Max was just dragging the car around to set some kind of insane times for that Red Bull.
Yeah. It's crazy. He's so good. Like, obviously.
I know.
But, like, he's just insane. It's like, how are you doing that in that car? Right at the end of Q2, then when Bortoletto went off, and that ruined the laps. Like, yes, it was similar suspects to SQ2, but it ruined the lap for Lindblad, Ocon, and Lawson.
Yeah. I know.
So that was not. I mean, who knows? I don't know if they were like lighting up the timing screens at all, but like.
No. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was unfortunate that both RBs didn't make it through.
Yeah.
Nico also only got eliminated by 2/1000ths of a second. Like,
crazy.
So close.
Crazy. And wasn't it a Red Bull? And wasn't it Hadjar?
I think it was Hadjar,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because that's the thing as well. Obviously, Red Bull are not having a good time. They are on struggle street. But Hadjar is doing good. He's still doing good in that second Red Bull. The whole team is a bit cooked, but he's doing well. And like, when, even in the race, like when Max DNF'd, he still was able to bring home points. Similarly to in Australia, when Max crashed out in quali, he was still able to qualify to P3. So things are looking good.
He's doing really well. Agreed.
Things are looking good in that department. Elsewhere at Red Bull, less so. But that's not the point.
So. Yes. But then Q3, as you mentioned before, excitement, slight excitement when George Russell's car stopped. And I was like, is he going to be P10? And I was like, oh my God, my lunch bet is so on here.
Yeah, but also like, if he started P10, I would bet on him still being on the podium. Like, genuinely.
Oh, for sure. Like, I know.
But it was good to see, like, with Kimi, like, that is the kind of exact circumstance where I was like, Kimi will win races this year. Like, when something happens to George that's less than ideal, he needs to be there to bring home the win for the team when something like that happens. So, obviously, the opportunity, it happened earlier than I thought it would. Genuinely.
Yes.
I didn't expect him to be a winner at the second race.
No
Obviously
way.
So happy for him. I expected this circumstance, not specifically exactly the circumstance, but, you know, something happens to George and, like, blah, 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 and Kimi wins the race. I didn't expect it now.
No.
Because now I'm like, is this going to be fun? Is this going to happen?
Totally.
I don't think so, because it wasn't,
out?
Like, obviously George was compromised, so I kind of don't think so.
No.
But
It's interesting.
If it's going to be Mercedes off into the distance, at least give us a split.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I think is really interesting is obviously now that Bahrain and Saudi have been cancelled, this next race in Japan is almost like best of 3. Like, who's going to come out on top and then go into this month-long break.
Yeah,
as,
100%.
You know,
because we haven't even mentioned that.
Leader.
I'm sure everyone's aware Bahrain and Saudi are cancelled, which is fair enough. I am a bit upset that they didn't replace them. Like, obviously, it's probably
a lot of work
logistics,
to do to replace
it's sponsors,
them,
it's... Obviously, it's a lot, but it would have been nice, especially because the tracks that bid to replace them were Imola and Portimao, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I could travel to those.
I was like, I could go to that. But no, I was just like...
I think there was even talk of like Melbourne hosting it again. Like, just
I think that was a
back.
joke. I think everyone was like, just host all of them in Melbourne. That was great.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, fair. Then I would have to get up at 4 a.m. every weekend.
Oh, no, poor thing.
Oh. Fuck off. So, wait, where are we? Bahrain and Saudi are cancelled. Yes. You were saying, like, it's a best out of 3 who leads into the month-long break, which is a really good point. Because also, we were saying at work, it takes 2 races off of Mercedes before they have to change the engine. Because they, in summer, I think it's at the summer break, they have to make edits to, kind of like what happened with McLaren and the flexi rear wing. Be like, this is not illegal, but we're now going to make it illegal, so you have to change it.
Yeah.
It should be illegal, so we're going to change it.
Yes.
But they can't penalise them because when they are doing it, it's not illegal. So it takes 2 races. That could be
very interesting for Ferrari.
Yeah. So it takes 2 races out of their pre-change setup.
Yes.
So,
that's a very good point. That's interesting. But yeah, I guess coming back to Q3, McLaren were finding a bit of pace out of nowhere, which was nice.
Yeah.
But ultimately it ended up...
Didn't go
then it just kind of fizzled.
Yeah, I was like, we're on. We're looking good. We can, like, get in there, like, maybe, like, split the Ferraris or, like, get ahead of a Ferrari, like, you know, ahead of the Ferraris or just, like, mix in there. Get in there.
Totally.
P5 and P6. Okay.
But we ended up with Kimi on pole, and he was the youngest Grand Prix pole sitter in history.
By a fair chunk, too.
By a real chunk.
Yeah.
By like 2 years or something. I think Sebastian Vettel was the next 21. One when he was like 21.
Yeah, and Kimi's 19, so well done.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure he'll be holding on to that record for a while.
Yeah, for sure. Because, young kids don't get rocket ships that often, so...
No.
And I'm not trying to discount Kimi and his skill and everything. Obviously, he's great. But
But yes. But then we had, obviously, George in P2, Ferrari 3-4, and McLaren 5-6. So it was clear where the cars were sitting in terms
100%. And also, like, it was, again, the same as kind of what happened in Australia, of, like, everything goes wrong and your car is fast enough. So, George, you were stopped on track and now you're still P2.
Yeah.
So, it's fine. Fair. It is what it is. But...
Yeah. For sure. But that was quality, unless you have anything else.
No, I kind of said it earlier, but I was like, I don't think Kimi's gonna lead into turn 1. I was like, he's dropped back to 7th at both race starts. Both the Ferraris are behind him. We know what they're like.
Yeah.
So I was a bit concerned. I'm happy that he converted that pole, and I was like, obviously I don't think he's gonna lead into turn 1, but obviously he still has a massive opportunity to win the race. So I'm happy that that didn't go poorly, because obviously, if you remember, Miami, his sprint pole went so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. Everything went wrong. Yes. So I'm happy for him that, like, obviously I was like, he ain't leading into turn 1, but he was still able to convert. Yeah.
All right. So Sunday race day, we both turn on the broadcast to find out that, like, half the grid's basically not done the lap yet.
No one's there.
Not out of the garage.
Honestly, I was like, I turned it on. McLaren's are in the garage. Bitch.
Yeah.
What? And then it's like, and Bortoletto. And I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden it cuts to Alex Albon standing in the garage, and I was like, oh, you as well.
You as well. I know.
Okay.
Because the commentators had no idea who was or wasn't actually starting from the pit lane. Going.
Yeah, because I think that's what originally with Lando, they were like, we're going to start you from the pit lane.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. But I think Albon was initially meant to also start from the pit lane, and then it just didn't happen. Happen I don't know. One of them was hydraulics. Albon was hydraulics. Bortoletto, I don't know.
Yeah, Bortoletto, I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. Did you see when they all pulled up to the grid, Gasly just overshot his pit box? I was like,
to be fair, it would throw you. You're like, okay, like I'm just gonna line up behind the next car, and then you're like, wait,
whoa, yeah.
Slam on the brakes.
That was so. I like looked at it and I was like, bro, your front wheels are meant to be here, not your back wheels.
At least he was able to like find reverse and like back up a little.
That was so funny. I was like, bro, just reversing on the grid.
Yeah, just doing one of these ones.
Yeah, literally. Oh my god. So that made me giggle, but I was not over the McLarens not being out there, because then they like did the whole like pan over the whole cars and there's just an empty third row, and I was like,
I know,
brother,
heartbreaking.
And Oscar hasn't completed. He hasn't even got to the grid. He has not parked his car. He did park his car on the grid, but then he had to go.
Yes.
He hasn't.
I know. But when they cut to him, like, out of the garage, like, just leaving the circuit, he just looked so defeated.
Literally.
I was like, oh, you poor thing.
Like, what's a guy to do, honestly?
I know. At your 1/16th home Grand Prix, too.
Oh my god, so true. The home race curse is getting stronger, I fear.
So, you were worried about Kimi not being able to hold on to his lead into turn 1. And he did just. Those Ferraris came so close to both of them going around Kimi. I was like, ooh, like...
Yeah, it was tight. Yeah. It was tight, for sure.
It was an edge of your seat moment, for sure.
But didn't Lewis take the lead? Lewis took the lead off of Kimi.
He did, later...
In turn... Yeah.
But Kimi held it into turn 1.
But not in turn 1, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Ferrari starts again. As I said before, like, it's a thing now. It's a real thing.
Yes, for sure.
It's a thing.
But yes, after the first turn, Lewis got around and Kimi lost his lead. Lewis took the lead. Hadjar had a big spin with Ollie Behrman, which sent Hadjar into the pits. He needed a new tyres, new, whatever. So
everything,
that was not ideal. Max again had a terrible start. Just seeing all those cars come past him on the onboard.
Fly past him, so rough.
Yeah, it was brutal.
And then there was like a lot of, again, the Ferraris and the Mercedes having it out. And like the Ferraris again fighting with each other was like the whole race, basically.
I know. Insane.
They were fighting the entire time.
Yeah, for real.
I love how like this was much later in the race, but Charles was like, this is fun.
I know.
He's like, I'm enjoying this. I can't remember what exactly he said, but he was like, have you noticed? I feel like we're getting so much fewer team radios.
I have noticed that, yeah.
We're getting, like, no driver radios.
Yes.
And I don't like it.
I feel it's maybe because the drivers are, like, so locked in on, like, just all of the technical aspects of driving and how new it is. There's probably a lot less just, like, entertaining conversation going on.
They'd still have... Yeah, for sure. But, like, I feel like still they haven't been showing any like things that aren't entertaining either, like just like normal
there has been a bit less of that for sure.
And I'm like, bring me the radios. I love the radios.
Agreed.
I love a driver radio.
Me too.
So I just feel like there's been so many less. And a note that I have, because obviously there was a fair bit of fighting going on like the RBs were getting a bit spicy with each other.
Yeah.
That was kind of, but they were on a split strategy, so I was a bit like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
With the whole like new regs and the overtaking and everything, obviously there is a lot of action and everything. Do you feel like even though there's overtakes, it's not as fun, it's not as good? The overtakes themselves is just like, whoop.
Yes.
Like there's no,
they're
like,
very brief.
I
felt that way after Australia. I think I've changed my opinion a little bit now. I really enjoyed China, and I enjoyed the overtakes, and I enjoyed the back and forth.
Yeah.
I think like Australia, I had to get used to it a little bit. I think I really liked it. In China, I really enjoyed watching the race.
Yeah.
Also, when the drivers have that like boost mode enabled, they are rapid. They look so quick. Yeah. Like there was one overtake that George did on one of the Ferraris, and it just looked like he came from like the other side of the country to like zoom past. It was insane. Yeah. So I enjoyed it a lot more this time. I was a lot more negative about the new regs after Melbourne. I'm a bit more positive about them now.
Yeah. I like the fact that there's swapping around and like overtaking exists. Yes. Great. First and foremost, love that. But I feel like on the old regs, they obviously had their issues, but it was like late on the brakes, like dive into the corner. I feel like all of the overtakes happen on a straight. Yeah. And it's just like the person behind with that boost being so powerful, it's just like,
yes, I agree with that.
You're just driving around people on the straight. There's no like, but like the wheel to wheel of Ferrari into the corners was good, and there has been glimpses of it, so clearly it can exist. Yes. But the vast majority of overtakes is just like just driving around someone on the straight.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think Lewis was like, if it wasn't for Kimi, Lewis would be my driver of the day, because he was. It was so good to see him being like racy again. Like that was awesome.
Yeah. So he was doing it, but
bit of like
the vast majority is like
the corner. Yeah. But yes, I mean, the vast majority
like hanging it around the outside.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's overtakes, that's great, and I guess I can't have everything. But the overtakes themselves, I haven't found that good. Yeah. Like, I feel like there haven't been any like, wow, that move was incredible.
Yeah. I think that was true this weekend for all the drivers except Ferrari. I think the two Ferraris made the weekend so great. Interesting, and they were like battling each other 100%. Around corners, and so I think it gave me. I think that's also why I feel more positive about it after this weekend, was that them battling gave me the hope that like it can be a bit more exciting than just like switching
once
back
people
on
are
the
a bit
straight.
more closer.
Yeah.
Fair. But I was like, this is a bit concerning if this is like these overtakes aren't fun. Like you're just you're not. It's not. You're just Anyways, but I agree. The Ferraris were doing it. They were good.
But yes, so there was all of the usual kind of back and forth overtaking for the first few laps. Lap 10, Lance Stroll pulls over side of the track, causes a safety car, and all of the leaders, at least, that was who I was obviously watching, pitted. And what was really good for Kimi when that happened was that when Kimi came out of the pits, Colapinto and Ocon didn't pit. So then he had
a buffer. Cars in between him and George. Yeah,
because I was like, oh God, if George is behind him on the safety car restart, what's the bet Kimi bottles it? Like, having just not done it all that much before. And, George gets past him and then goes and wins the race.
100%.
So I was very happy for Kimi that he had that buffer behind him.
He had a buffer, and that helped him win the race, 100%. Massive. Because George, he didn't clear them that quickly. Yeah. Like, and he was fighting with the Ferraris. Like, he was just toughing it out with those two. And Kimi was disappearing down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Well, yeah, like George, like, Charles, and
Kimi
Lewis,
a huge favour.
Yeah, they all three of them had to get past Ocon and Colapinto, and it just held them all up nicely, so Kimi could just sail on down the road.
Cruise on through. Yeah, Colapinto being P2 at one point, I was like...
What are you doing here?
What's happening? Yeah, I was like, this is uncharted territory.
I know.
For you and for me.
Yes,
so,
for real.
Yeah.
But then once like the front runners all got past them, then there was a cool little like Alpine Haas sort of battling moment.
There were both cars were there.
From both teams. And then Max kind of got involved at one point too.
He was just like, he just took advantage. They were all fighting each other and he was like, I'm going to take these places. Thank you. I'm going to drive past you while you're all fighting each other. And I'm just going to... Yeah, but there was like... I was like, the French Civil War, and then I was like, that's Colapinto.
Yes, I know.
He was like, Colapinto was fighting with Ocon and Gasly was fighting with Ben. Yes. And I was like, swap. I know. It'd be more fun.
And then Colapinto and Ocon came together, quite heavily damaged their cars.
I'm surprised, again, that didn't cause race-ending damage.
I know.
I mean, actually, that's what happened to Ocon.
Yes.
You know, and I was like, he was in the points earlier. That's what happened to Ocon.
His car got boinked.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they and then the heavens opened and it was a 10-second penalty.
Yeah.
And everything
the universe
was as it should be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. Everything came back together as it should. And
correct.
If there was a 10-second penalty for Ocon, and I was like,
everything is as it should be.
New regulations, new everything. Still the 10-second penalty for
correct. This was also around the time that like Charles and Lewis were really going at it, which so much fun to watch. So fun. As you said, Charles himself was like, "This is great! Like,
this is fun." Yeah. No, that was.
It
so
was
fun.
really nice as well because I think David Coulthard after the race when he was interviewing Lewis brought up that comment to him and was like, "Were you enjoying the race too?" And it was so nice to finally see Lewis and he gave one last weekend as well too, but like just give a really happy, positive interview.
And he was like, he also, this is the thing with Lewis, it kind of makes me laugh because if it's good, it's amazing. Yes. If it's bad, it's terrible. You've been in some incredible races in your career. Why are you saying this was maybe one of the most fun you've ever had?
Yeah. Really?
Are you okay? Are you... Sure.
I mean, maybe.
It's your experience. You run your shit. But I was like, that seems like a crazy claim. Given your whole
career. Totally.
Anyways. But like, it's probably also just in contrast to what they went through last year. So it probably seems like a lot more.
He's like, it's been a hot minute since I've had a fun race. So I'm good.
Yeah. But also towards the end of the race, they were dropping like flies.
I know. Alonso retired like lap 34. Max retired lap 46. Like, it was just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, bang, 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 bang. But most of them, like, they all basically made it back to the pit lane. So there was no...
Because I was worried that they would call another safety car. Like, and then George would close the gap and I was like, no.
Yeah. But I was like, this would be so fun. Like, I was like, this would be really interesting because also it's like who would have pit again because towards the end of the race, it was just they were just managing tyres and they were all struggling. Yes. Like Charles had a massive lock-up. Obviously, Kimi had the massive lock-up and went off. So they were all clearly just like trying to get those tyres to the end. So I think it would have been super interesting if there was another safety car.
Big spanner in the works.
Who would have... put on some softs for the last 10 laps.
For sure.
But didn't happen.
There was a funny moment
but we talked about it. Sorry.
I was just going to say there was a funny moment like at the end or towards the end while the Ferraris were still kind of battling it out and they were like locking up and getting a little bit like it was starting to get a little dicey. And Crofty was like on the commentary being like, do they just call it off to like, make sure that they retain like P3 and P4? Like, no. The next closest car is 19 seconds down the road. Like, no. They're fine. They're holding on to P3 and P4.
Yeah. But also the Ferraris were 20 seconds down the road from the Mercedes in the end as well. And I was like, oh, that's not ideal.
No, I know.
I was like, last week you were on pace with them and you were both a minute down the road.
Yeah.
Now Ferrari are just by themselves. fighting with each other in the middle, like in no man's land between Mercedes and the rest of the pack. But yeah, we talked about when Kimi locked up and ran off.
I know. Terrifying.
It's like, no.
Like, please no.
Like, no. So that was, thank God, that was fine.
Yes.
Anyways, end of the race, he crossed the line, wins his first race.
I know, it was so sweet. Like, Bono calling him my son on the radio was so cute.
Yeah.
Like,
I love Kimi, and I was like, I say this all the time, I'm like, he's just so cute. Like, I feel very, like, I'm like, that is my child. So, like, I can't imagine how Bono feels, obviously. But I was like, this is my literal child. Like, you are, I like, protect you, little angel.
Yes.
Like, you are so, like, just the way he, like, is and his whole demeanor, and, like, he's just so, like, bubbly and cute and, like,
I loved how he really went and, like, he like thanked everyone that was like had come to you know Parc Fermé to like he went down individually the line just to like say thank you and like hug everyone, like it's just so sweet. Yeah,
obviously we talked about it before, but that podium was so like wholesome. I was like, there's so much lore here.
Very
like
serendipitous. Stefano Domenicali coming into the cool down room as well to congratulate Kimi. It was very like, yay, Italy.
Yeah, that was so cute. Yay! I know. And then the Italian national anthem not being for Ferrari, I was like, wow.
It was bizarre.
A, we haven't heard this in a while. B,
it like almost felt like I was like, has the Ferrari won here?
Mechanics. Yeah, I was like, am I at Monza? What's happening? Yeah. Like I was like, all the Ferrari mechanics just there, like they want to be like Italy, but they're like, that's like that's not your boy.
The thing I thought was quite funny too was like with the podium being Kimi, George, and Lewis, and they played the Italian national anthem and the like British. I'm like, that's all that's represented. It's every no matter but like if Lewis had won, it just would have been played in reverse.
No, they play the German one for Mercedes, not the English one.
Oh, so true. What am I thinking?
But also, like, I was thinking of it from a Lewis perspective. Like, he would have heard that anthem so many times. From when he's won races with Mercedes. Yeah. So it was just a bit of, like, it was all a bit smushed. Yes. Because there's a Ferrari on the podium. You're playing the Italian national anthem, not for the Ferrari.
Yes.
And you're playing the Mercedes national anthem, not for Lewis Hamilton.
Yes. It was just like, wow. Whoa, what's going on
Also,
here?
like, Kimi being on the top step and George being on the second step and then being the same height was hilarious. So funny.
I know.
Like,
so funny.
So cute. Anyway, and that was super fun, super wholesome.
Yes. I know. I love that Bono was up there too. He like celebrated with Lewis and Kimi. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
So cute.
It was really cute. I think that kind of wraps that up. I did just want to like shout out Franco Colapinto for getting his first points.
Yes.
For Alpine. Yes. His first point singular.
Yes, correct. And Carlos Sainz
about
too,
time
for getting a couple points for Williams too.
My God, yeah.
Because that was hard fought.
Very important points. And they also might be hard to come by, I fear.
For sure. Shall we do our awards? Biggest winner. I wonder. Obviously Kimi Antonelli.
Yes.
I also had Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, me too.
First Ferrari podium, he finally got that on the board. It's been a long time coming.
100%. And I also have Carlos Sainz.
Fair.
Yeah, because as we just said.
Yeah, those points
hard
earned.
fought and hard to come by.
Yes, for sure. Biggest loser, who did you have?
McLaren.
Yeah. Particularly Oscar, but yes, McLaren.
Yeah. Like.
Big time. I know.
Let me watch Oscar race. Is it too much to ask?
Apparently.
I get up at the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
To watch the race, but my boy, and I haven't seen him. He doesn't exist, basically.
I know.
I was like, where are my little orange cars?
I know. Japan, third time lucky. He'll be good. Please.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it for a second. Something's going to happen.
Biggest meme. Did you have time to find one, given that we're recording this right after the race?
I have some from, like, Quali.
Fair. What do you have?
So I have one, which is a picture of, you know, how they have the Lego F1 cars?
Yes.
And it's like the Lego Red Bull, and it's like the car Red Bull brought to Shanghai. It's just the Lego one.
Fair.
And the next one is a picture of Gasly back in his AlphaTauri days doing this, like with the L on his forehead. And it's like Gasly after qualifying P7 ahead of both Red Bulls. Like,
so true.
So I don't have any race ones because I didn't find any that I liked before we recorded, but I'm sure there will be plenty. I'm
sure there will. My one was also kind of Red Bull related as well. It was like that, okay, I'm a fight, like, meme. Yeah. And it was like Red Bull being like, okay, I'm a fight, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, damn, Alpine got it. Literally. Just not so a good funny. Day in the Red Bull.
Really bad weekend for Red Bull,
Yeah. Did you have a useless stat?
I do. It's less of a stat, more of a kind of crazy coincidence fact.
Yes.
So, the last time there was a Kimi on pole position was obviously Kimi Räikkönen.
Yes.
That happened in Italy 2018.
Yes.
At that race, Kimi Antonelli was a grid kid.
No way!
So the last time there was a Kimi on pole, current pole position Kimi was there as a little grid kid.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so I was like, that's just like more of a fun coincidence.
Yeah.
But also like what's happening in the multiverse, like what's going on.
So true.
He's transferred the power.
True.
Yeah.
I had two. They were both said on the broadcast, so you might have already heard them. But they are unfortunately McLaren related.
Love that.
So this is the first double DNS McLaren have had since Indianapolis in 2005, which was that race where only 6 cars started because of the safety issue with the tyres. So it's been over 20 years since they've had a double DNS, which is crazy.
I mean, double DNS is just insane.
Oh, so insane.
Like, what?
I know.
Anyway.
And the last time a McLaren driver DNS'd twice in a row was Bruce McLaren, who founded McLaren back in 1969.
Oh,
that was the last time.
God. That's the year my mum was born. Shout out mum. But like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
How long it's been.
Bruce McLaren himself. Oscar.
Yeah.
We don't want to do... Oscar, that's not...
Maybe he goes on to create Piastri Racing from this. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, it was Lando's first ever DNS, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's pretty good.
Wow, that is pretty good.
To go that long without a DNS. Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, DNSs are often not driver fault, but...
No. Unless it's like Charles Leclerc ever getting it in the formation lap, but...
Yeah, or, Lance Stroll also doing that.
Yeah. Don't compare those two.
Sorry. How dare I? How rude of me. That's tainting the name of Charles.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Sorry. There have been multiple. Hadjar been on the formation lap.
No, it's very true.
It happens. They're not one and the same.
No. Silliest surprise.
I would have to say, 4 DNSs.
Yeah, agreed. How many drivers just didn't start completely?
Yeah, crazy.
Like, what's going on? They all just clocked off.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Favorite moment of the weekend?
I would say, like, obviously Kimi winning and like his whole celebration was super lovely. Like, that was just such a nice moment. But like racing wise, probably like the Ferraris fighting each other.
Completely, absolutely. The Ferrari battles were just, they were what made the race interesting. Especially like after the chaos of the start. But yeah, Kimi, like his radio, his celebrations with Bono and Toto, and having Lewis there, and just that whole thing was just beautiful. So,
so cute.
Like Kimi crying in his interview, like afterwards.
That was so cute.
So sweet.
I was like, that's my child.
Yeah.
That is my child.
And driver of the day, who did you have?
I have got Kimi, but I also just want to shout out Ollie Behrman because we haven't talked about him.
No, but I had him too.
A P5. Yeah, a P5. Just snuck in there.
I know.
Okay.
Like,
okay. Great
one
drive.
of his like best result ever. Just so good. So good. Completely agree. And Lewis as well. I just had because like great drive from him. So I think that wraps up China. We have a 1 week break, and then we have the Japanese Grand Prix. Back to regularly scheduled, just the Grand Prix. No sprint race this time.
I am very interested to see how the new regs go on this track, because this was one of the big ones last year that was like incredible track. Drivers love it. Great for quali. Cars have outgrown it. So this is one where I'm very interested to see how the new regulations go there.
Agreed. I think it'll be really fun. I think Mercedes will win half a minute up the road, but I think it'll be a fun race.
I agree. I'm also like, it's kind of hilarious, like, to go to Honda's home race right now.
Yeah, so true.
Like, are they going to show up? I'd be a bit embarrassed. I'd be like,
oh God, I know.
I don't know if I want to go.
Hopefully Aston can even, like, just finish the race at the very least.
Yeah. I had high hopes for them to be able to finish the race. They did not.
No, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be good. I think, like I said, I'm very interested to see out of George and Kimi, who goes into this now like month-long break after Japan. You know, like just for the like the mental game of like being ahead, you know what I mean? And chances are it will be George, but if it's Kimi, that's really interesting.
Because also George has got the sprint win under his belt as well.
But if it's a 1-2, I think it'll be enough of a points differential that Kimi will pull ahead. Because they've got one like win and second each, and then
a sprint win is 8 points. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, because it depends. Kimi I think you're right.
Yeah.
5th or something.
Because Kimi got points in the sprint too.
Yeah, if he hadn't gotten points in the sprint, then it wouldn't be, but he did, so it like offsets it. Yeah, that's very true. Because also, like, if Kimi goes into this break leading the world championship, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I know, insane.
Lil Kim, love him.
I know.
Anyways, we need to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for listening/watching. If you're listening on an app, give us a 5-star review because it really helps us out. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.